Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best RAMs for gaming. Starting at number 5. G. Skill Trident Z Royal 16GB DDR4-4000 MHz. Known for superb binned memory and high-speed kits, G. Skill's Trident Z Royal blends for 1000 MHz, effective operation with a highly stylized design. These DIMMs are just asking to be put center stage in a showpiece gaming PC build, and it would be far from a slouch either. At DDR4-4000 with 15-16-16 timings. The Trident Z Royal kit is probably the perfect combination of high frequency, low timings, and broad platform compatibility. It does require 1.5 V to operate at that spec, which is at the high end for a default voltage, but fear not. It will be able to run year after year. The base Trident Z design hasn't changed all that much in recent years, but it's never looked as good as this. The modules demand to be shown off in a windowed case and look every bit the premium kit with their stunning mirror-like silver or gold finish. Atop the modules are sparkling crystalline light bars with the requisite RGB goodness, and the colors are especially bright and vibrant. Some might even say it's too bright. As always, looks are subjective, but it's difficult to describe this kit as anything other than stunning. The mirror finish might be a fingerprint magnet, but that's only if you really must touch it, not that there's anything wrong with that. The silver version we have here would add a touch of class to almost any build. Whereas you may want to choose a slower 3600 MHz kit for AMD Ryzen, the Trident Z is a great option for most other high-end PC builds that look as flashy as it's fast. Coming at number 4. Colorful CVN Guardian 16GB DDR4-3200. Okay, so RGB LEDs on your memory sticks don't make your rig go faster, but they can really tie the room together. Or at least your PC's overall aesthetic. And the colorful CVN Guardian DDR4, at just $95 for a dual-channel 16GB kit. Opens a new tab, is probably the most affordable route into nailing that all-important RGB look for your gaming system. At their heart, the CVN Guardian memory modules, which come in 8GB trim, have decent, if a little basic, CL16 timings and are using the Micron E-Die DDR4 memory chips. That makes them a good fit for a Ryzen build, as it's a little easier on the memory controller than something like the Samsung B-Die. If you're just after some solid, affordable, good-looking memory, the CVN Guardian is a great option. It's using recognized Micron chips. Both the aluminum heat spreader and RGB lighting look great. And there is some headroom here too. The only downer is that we can only find one outlet selling it. AliExpress opens a new tab. At number 3. G. Skill Trident Z Neo 32GB DDR4-3600 MHz. G. Skill's Trident Z RGB RAM has been a mainstay of memory guide for years now. And it's no surprise the company's Trident Z Neo series has also earned a spot here. Like the original Trident Z RGB series, the Trident Z Neo comes equipped with brilliant RGB lighting done in a very tasteful manner. Each module has 5 individually addressable RGB LEDs that can light up any PC build beautifully. Skill runs at 3600 MHz, which puts it in the sweet spot for red team gaming PCs for low latency operation. As a result, this is definitely a more budget-friendly option for mid-range builds with some flair. Especially if you can't afford to stretch to the Corsair Dominator kits. Similar to the overall performance of your Ryzen PC build, the Trident Z Neo offers a fantastic bang for your buck. You can get a 32GB kit for under $150. Which means you can also easily upgrade your machine to an admittedly unnecessary 64GB of high-speed DDR4 memory down the road. If you're using your PC for more than gaming, then perhaps that large pool of memory will come in handy. Just don't expect much out of it for gaming alone. The Trident Z Neo comes in various speeds and configurations ranging from 2600 MHz all the way up to 4000 MHz. We recommend the 3600 MHz kit, but you may find faster ones going for only a little more money. Number 2 of my list. Corsair Dominator Platinum. Corsair's Dominator Platinum has been one of the best gaming RAM kits for quite some time now. Its sleek exterior, patented DHX cooling technology, and unrivaled performance has made it a formidable flagship over the years. First teased at CES, Corsair is now introducing the new Dominator Platinum RGB with the same best-in-class performance and RGB lighting, using the company's new Capellix LEDs. The Dominator Platinum RGB takes the same best-in-class performance as the original, adds higher clocked SKUs, and 12 individually addressable Capellix RGB LEDs. The new LEDs are brighter and more efficient than previous iterations and are only available from Corsair. The original Vengeance RGB features non-addressable LEDs, meaning the entire light bar could only be one color at a time. The newer Vengeance RGB Pro, on the other hand, features 10 individually addressable LEDs. Like the rest of the RGB lineup, the Dominator Platinum RGB is controlled via Corsair's ICUE software suite. If you have any other Corsair RGB products, you'll be able to import and synchronize your lighting profiles across all devices. We had some issues mirroring our custom keyboard lighting profiles, but the 11 different predefined lighting link settings worked perfectly. And number 1. XTREEM ARGB 16GB DDR4-3600 MHz C14. The XTREEM ARGB RAM kit we got here for review isn't your standard DDR4 RAM. It's one of the very few 3600 MHz kits that come with a CAS latency of just 14. That puts it at the forefront of low-latency RAM favored by gaming PCs, especially AMD Ryzen rigs. As such, it takes the top spot as our pick for the best RAM for gaming. Not all that long ago, a kit as well-rounded on both price and performance would have been a distant dream. However, a recent DRAM price crash and an increasing process maturity in DDR4 production mean kits such as this can often be had for around $100. DDR4 memory really is maturing nicely. Just a couple of years ago, a decent DDR4-3200 kit was regarded as high-end, but as time ticks on, 3200 MHz is now the baseline for a decent gaming system. High-performance memory is really only desirable when paired with a similarly high-spec system. That's not to say a kit like this is a waste of money. If you're going to drop $1,000 plus on a graphics card, why not splash an extra $50 or so on some quality RAM to minimize any potential bottlenecks? We think it's a no-brainer, especially as this kit isn't that expensive. Each DIMM features diffused RGB lighting that creates a glow-in-the-dark effect. And while that doesn't sound great on paper, it's surprisingly smart in the flesh. Each DIMM has a covering that diffuses the lighting across most of the module, and the result is a subtle and understated look. XTREEM doesn't have its own RGB control app, but the kit can be controlled simply using various motherboard manufacturers' software suites. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.